Hello everybody and welcome to the Tarda Zone. This is the Tarda Zone Talk, so you can always count on the Doctor Who fandom to make an absolute holy show of themselves. Yeah folks, the woke mob have gone mad because Michelle Gomez has signed up to do some Harry Potter audios, and of course, as you know, most lefties hate J.K. Rowling, so yeah, Michelle Gomez has actually put out a statement because, you know, she was bullied and harassed by the so-called nice side of the fandom. Now, of course, some of them are in denial that they bullied this woman into a statement, but that's exactly what you have done. You have bullied an actress into a statement because of your delusions. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous and disgusting. By the way, do not be surprised if these lefties are going after the new kids that are starting in the TV show based off the Harry Potter series, because, you know, these fans don't show any mercy to anybody. They'd even sell their own grandmothers if they could, if it meant them being right, or it meant that people would continue to follow their delusions. So we're going to read Michelle Gomez's statement. But in fairness, you know, my personal opinion is that if fans like this, or so-called fans like this, speak up, you should just ignore them. But here is the statement. To my LGBTQ plus fans, and especially the trans community, I want to speak directly to the concerns that have been raised about my involvement in this project. I hear you and I understand why this is painful for many. I want to be clear that I stand with trans people and I support trans rights fully and without hesitation. When I accepted the role, I do as someone who has always loved the stories and what they meant to so many, especially those who found comfort and identity in that world. I now understand more clearly how deeply complicated and hurtful this association can feel, and I take that seriously. Being an ally means listening even when it's uncomfortable and taking accountability where it is needed. I am committed to doing both. But see, my issue with this statement is that there was no need to address the public backlash from a few idiots. And yes, these idiots can be hurtful, and these idiots can say all sorts of awful stuff. But you are an actress and you're entitled to work. And, you know, the author's opinions on the trans community should have no bearing on you working on this audio series. But of course, that's not how the left look at things in this reality, because, you know, they've lost grip with reality. But the bottom line is this, that I've seen some people in the Doctor Who fandom, in particular Doctor Who Production News, which made a comment in relation to this statement and saying, she never said that she was stepping away from the role. So there are some people out there that believe that she should step away from work because they don't agree with the author's opinions on the trans ideology. This has gone way too far. This needs to be stamped out of the Doctor Who community, and it needs to be stamped out of wider society as well. People out there should not be dictating to other people how they conduct themselves when they don't conduct themselves in a proper manner themselves. And the left certainly do not conduct themselves in a proper manner at all in relation to anything, whether societal problems, whether it's fandom, whether it's politics. The left never behave themselves the way that they claim that they do. It's absolutely disgusting. I'm actually a bit disappointed in Michelle Gomez for coming out with this statement, but of course in this era I understand it to a certain extent, but it wouldn't be me. And you know, what happened with that Scottish grit, that Scottish balls. You should have just said nothing and continued to work. It would have. This is the thing. Most of these things get inflamed because people keep responding and making statements. Where I believe is if you ignore it, after a while, the noise is going to drown out. That's what happens, right? And just because you do something doesn't mean that you don't support or you don't ally with people. In fairness, though, I will say this: supporting the trans community and the way they behave themselves and conduct themselves, I don't have any sympathy for anyone that supports that ideology. In fairness, but I will say, Michelle Gomez responding to the backlash is absolutely ridiculous, and this is what people should do from now on. Let the backlash, let it happen, right? Look at the Harry Potter series so far, the TV series. There was backlash in relation to that, right? There were people saying that people shouldn't be working on this and that and the other, right? And they've just got on with it, right? They just got on with it. You just have to ignore these people. The more you keep listening to these people and responding to these people, the more power that you give them, right? As soon as you stop bloody talking about them and stop giving them attention, then they have no power, right? So, anyway, there you go. That's my 2 cents on it. Anyway, and if you like what you've heard here, don't forget to give the video a like. Of course, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Leave a comment as always, and if you want to support me in any way that you can, the Buy Me a Coffee will be in the link description, as well as the article on all of this. I didn't want to read the article because, to be quite honest with you, the media are just as bad, but the article will be in the link description if you just want to read the article yourselves. I'll talk to you very soon, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye bye.